it's Simone. I am here with day 6, video number 2 for the 2020 Planner Advent Calendar that I am doing with my friends John, Dakshina, Amanda, and Ellie. I have linked all of their channels in the description box below, and also a playlist where you can access all of the videos that we have been doing so far, and they will be added into this playlist continuously throughout the months. Yeah, today is video number 2. Video number 2 is all about YouTube. I feel like all of us video creators, we know how YouTube is going, but everybody else doesn't. And sometimes it's really interesting to hear about the YouTube side of the videos that you're watching. The first thing I would like to say is thank you so much for everyone who is here and watching and subscribing to my channel. I have just passed 5,000 subscribers on Friday, and I never thought I would get there in the first place. I started my channel out of very idealistic reasons, and I'm still considering this to be a hobby. I'm not calling this a business model. I do this because it is fun for me, and also because I want to give back to the community, to say so I'm actually going ahead and answering the first question already, even though I'm technically not there yet. But I added some things that I want to talk about. So maybe I'll just go into this, and then maybe somewhere in between I can squeeze in. So I am on YouTube because I learned how to scrapbook through YouTube videos. When I found scrapbooking, I was the only person I knew who was interested in that, and everybody I talked to in Germany where I lived, they looked at me like, what are you actually talking about? So YouTube was my go-to place to learn, and it was amazing. All of those videos that I watched were free, and I learned a lot. I feel like everything I know about scrapbooking I learned through YouTube, and I felt strongly that when I'm at in a place where I can film videos, that I would want to do the same thing, give back, share what I'm doing creatively so that I can inspire other people to do something creatively. And that's why I'm here. So the funny thing about that actually is that I did not know how to film scrapbooking videos. I was super intimidated by the thought of filming a scrapbooking video. So I started by filming Project Life videos, that are a special form of scrapbooking in those pockets, and I shared my planner because I knew how to do that. It was very small. It fit into the screen. And not only that, it was very contained. I could show you my planner, and I didn't have to plan out that much. And so a plan with me video or sharing my traveler's notebook felt less intimidating. So I thought, well, I could start with those until I feel more comfortable. And then when I'm more familiar with editing videos, with filming in general, then I could branch out into the scrapbooking community and scrapbooking videos. That kind of backfired because, well, yeah, people who started to subscribing to my channel followed me because of the traveler's notebooks and the planners. And so from the start of this channel, more people followed me because of those things than scrapbooking. So I have always had more views on the things that I didn't consider like my calling and really very, very little views, 100 to 150 views on the scrapbooking videos. Boo. But, well, it all, I feel like right now, it all worked out in the end because I'm still doing planner videos. Have you seen a scrapbooking video from me recently? Not so much. There's more questions that everybody else in our advent calendar, in our little group is going to answer. But since I just reached 5,000 subscribers, I thought that maybe I could tell you a bit about how this is going number wise. So this year so far, my estimated revenue is about $500. I have made roughly 52 videos a year. So I'm aiming at one video per week. It's been almost 2 videos per week. So let's just go with 52 videos a year, about $500 revenue. That is about, what was it? $9.80 per video. My videos are usually between 15 and 30 minutes. And so if we say it's 30 minutes long, then I film for 30 minutes. I definitely have to voice over for 30 minutes if I do a voiceover, because video length is voiceover length. I need to edit it. That takes a while. And so I again estimated about 2 hours per 30-minute video. So 2 hours of work go into 30 minutes of video. I need a title image, I need to edit the video, I need to re-listen to what I actually said. I am often linking things in the description box. And so 2 hours is a good estimate for a 30-minute video. So it would be 1 for 15 and maybe 2 for 30 minutes. That would divide the $9.80 per video into a hourly rate of about $5. So this clearly is a hobby. I just wanted you to know what the other end of YouTube looks like, so that you just know how much money people make when they share videos. Clearly, I only have 5,000 subscribers. I only add ads to the beginning. I just recently started adding it to the end because somebody commented that they never mind ads at the end. So I thought, why not? Let's see what happens there. So it kind of not even covers the money I have to put in to keep my technology alive. It's okay. I want it that way. So you really have to put in more value, I guess, more time, more energy to make this something worth the time and actually get something back for the money that you put in. Alrighty. That's it so far for this year things and the background. The next question that I'm going to answer is, what and when was your first YouTube video? So the very first video that I filmed was a tag video response to Kitty Scrapper, and I totally forgot to check if she's still on YouTube. It was something like the Who's Behind These Hands video that Ellie from Ellie's Corner did in the beginning of the year. She did something similar for scrapbooking. And so I just felt compelled to answer that. It was really bad. It was in March of, I think 2015. And then I moved and I filmed 2 Studio Calico unboxings in Germany. Then I moved to the US and tried my hand again at videoing and YouTubing. On March 18th, 2016, I published an unboxing video of a Coco Daisy kit because that was what I was subscribing to back then. And then on August 18th, and then the next day, I started regular videos. The first one was a Project Life video, and the next one I think was a Plan With Me video. So I have been doing this for roughly 4.5 years now. If we count March as the beginning or the middle of the year, this is my 4.5 year anniversary thingy, kind of. The next question is, what is your most watched video and how do you feel about it? So I printed out this graph over the lifetime of my YouTube channel. And unfortunately, the most watched videos that I have are kind of unboxing videos, and I don't really know what to say about those. So I decided I would look at more than just this single one most watched video. So my first, the one that is on top is the Hobonichi 2020 unboxing. And the only thing that I can say about this is that I actually used what I purchased that year compared to the Hobonichi 2019 unboxing, when I sold almost everything that I had purchased in the Hobonichi release in September at the end of the year, because I had second thoughts and decided not to use what I had bought. Oh my gosh, that was so strange. It felt so strange. I did almost the same thing this year, but not as bad as that one year. And I will update you on how my plans for 2021 are going in the next video that is coming up. But yeah, so in 2019, I had purchased 2 Hobonichi A6s, 1 English full year and 1 avec. I had planned to use the one for planning and the other one for journaling, and I sold both of them. And then I didn't go with a dated journal for my planner, and I used the Jibun Tacho in A5 Slim for my planner. And that was a really good planner, and I'm going to talk about that video in just a second, but it felt really strange to have a video that is the most watched video for a while, where none of the things that I had shared on that video were actually still in my possession, besides the cover for the A6. But well, that happens. So in 2020, I had originally planned to use the A5 cover on the Midori MD notebook for my journal. That was my journal at that time. I did not use that journal in 2020. But I used the Hobonichi Weeks that was in that video that I had originally purchased for my son as a journal. So it worked out in the end, but maybe I should learn from the Hobonichi purchases that I do in September. They never end up working, or I always have second thoughts about them. I have thought about maybe I should just buy one of each from their release next year, so I'm on the safe side. Well, let's see. So the next most watched video was the unboxing of the Jibun Tacho A5 Slim Biz version 2019. And I think there weren't that many videos about this planner at that time. So naturally, people who looked it up on YouTube found my video. And I hope I actually did a pretty good job of sharing what it was like. I did not use it to its full potential during the year, but I did love that planner. Moving on. Now this is a video that I could actually react to. The next one that I'm talking about is the planner piece video. And I think the title was what caught people there. I think it said, "Planner piece, I'm almost there." No, I wasn't. I didn't know at that time, so I totally understand the enthusiasm that I was talking about then. If you have watched the video that I have shared on December 1st, I have come to the conclusion that planner piece doesn't refer to a specific book, planner, notebook, journal, whatever you use for planning, but it refers to a system that works for you, that is adjustable to different books, planners, and that helps you not, yeah, to be productive and fulfilled and not forget things. The interesting thing about this video is that then I thought planner piece was a planner. Now I know better, but I am still using a similar system as I had used in that video, just in different books. So that means even though I was talking about a specific book, size of notebook, way to plan, I did the same things. It just took me a while to realize it's not the book, but the way I plan that works, if that makes sense. And then another more technical video that is on the top list of my ever most watched video is the comparison of the Stalogy 365 and the Nanami paper. And I think I actually, first of all, I really like the title image of that video. And I also think I did a good job on filming that video and comparing the things that I would like to see in a comparison. And maybe that's why people still watch it. And again, same as with the Jibun Techo, I think at that time there weren't that many videos comparing these two things. And so naturally, this is what comes up in the YouTube search. And I actually filmed it because I hadn't found one comparing both notebooks when I was looking for them, and when I struggled with the Stalogy paper using fountain pens. So I needed an alternative, and then I thought, well, if there's people that use fountain pens and are like me, maybe this is what they would like to know about both and make a more informed decision when they buy either one of them. Unfortunately, the Nanami Cafe Note in A6 isn't as easily accessible anymore, but the paper, which is Tomoe River paper, is also in the undated notebooks from Hobonichi. So you could compare those with each other as well. Some of the information in that video is old, as I said, but yeah, my feelings about these notebooks is actually still the same. I like the Stalogy for using a ballpoint pen, and I like the Tomoe River paper with fountain pens. So that's that. And what I didn't know then is that the grid size of the paper really matters to me. I am able to overlook that in this Hobonichi planner that I'm using now. The grid size, again, is smaller than 0.5, but I would prefer the bigger one. So the Stalogy grid size is more, I like that a lot more than the smaller grid. It's more easy for me to write in that bigger grid because my handwriting is big, as you can see. This is the last video that I would like to talk about. It is the one of my most watched videos, and the interesting thing about this is that it is actually from the very beginning of my YouTube career, which surprises me. I think the reason for that is because it is a very generic title. It says using a Midori traveler's notebook as a planner, and so I hope I wasn't misleading. People thought it was sharing how to use it as a planner, and I think it is definitely a way to use the Midori notebook as a planner. People use it like that, the way I did when I shared this video. So, I still planned very similarly to the way I am planning now, which means, in retrospect, that I guess my planning style hasn't changed a lot. The books that I used weren't suitable for it often. You will see that just later on, but it works for my life, obviously. I used two notebooks in the Midori in the cover. One was a monthly notebook that it's just a regular undated monthly from Midori. At that time, it was from Midori, and then a grid notebook also from Midori, where I created my own weekly layouts to play around. In this, as you can see right here in the screenshot, you can see I still do the same things. I add birthdays, events. I think I did reoccurring events too, like games. Well, games are practices I wouldn't, but games I would add in here. I would meal plan in pencil, same way I do still. So I used the monthly in the same way that I do now. The only difference is that now my monthly spread is in an A5 size, so it's even bigger, and I have more room to write. Again, it suits my handwriting using a bigger monthly overview, just because the boxes are still quite small. And then in the other notebook, I would use one page as a goals page. And then the next one, I don't remember what this is. Yes, I listed the meals out again in a list, just all the way down. I have done that forever. Even before I used a Midori notebook, I would list them out like this. It's just so much easier for me to plan. I don't know why. But I have done this kind of meal planning for when I then started using the Coco Daisy notebooks. For the whole time that I would use Coco Daisy, Daisy Dory inserts, I would list my meal plan out like that. Maybe I should do that again because I still struggle with meal planning, and the meals that I picked just last week, well, I am going to cross them off my list and never pick them again. And then I used this grid notebook here to try different weekly layouts. This is the way you could purchase from Traveler's Factory, or the Hobonichi style, where you have the days of the week on the left side and a grid page on the right side. This didn't work for me well. I'm actually really thinking about trying a similar style in 2021, maybe. But adding my events, I need kind of like a to-do list for the day, and there's no room for that. I just cannot write like this in a horizontal way. And then I divided the images the images? No, the page into bigger sections, like the Coco Daisy Dory inserts were where you had a bigger section for the day on both pages. And then you had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday were on the bottom right side, and they were smaller boxes. And then I would put my timed events on the left side of the day or the outside of the page, and on the inside I would do my to-do list. That worked okay, but I still, as you can see, there is a sticky note. I missed a to-do list for the week as well because I wouldn't be able to find what I needed to do on a specific day. I wouldn't know in the beginning of the week when I would do certain things. So I would need a list for the whole week, and then I would, every day I would choose what I was going to do from that list and put it onto my to-do list for the day. And then I also still had a YouTube planner. That did not work. It was an extra notebook. I put down ideas. I wrote out each letter for my code. I still use the same workflow. I just don't write it out for each and every video. I use a table, and that works really well now. So some of the elements are still the same, like the YouTube workflow. It's just I write it down differently now. I do still use a monthly planner. I do use a weekly right now, vertical, however, and I will use a weekly in 2021. Also vertical. I do use a meal plan, and I do meal plan in the monthly overview, just because I can see how busy I am each day and if the meal can be more, out there or rather not. And then I also still try to set some goals each and every month. So I'm at the end with my wisdom, but not at the end of my video. I had some open space at the bottom, and so I decided I would look for some images and washi tape that I could put at the bottom. And I had this washi tape in my stash forever. It had this notebook in there, and I decided, yeah, I'm gonna use this. And then because I love using watercolor in the Hobonichi, I added this watercolor palette. This is from a washi tape from London Gifties. And then I found these fountain pens, which are a favorite of mine on this Tomoe River paper as well. And so I thought, well, this works perfectly. And so that's what I added. And then there was still some open space, so I just added some more. I hope this was a topic and a video that you enjoyed watching. It was totally different than usual, but I really wanted to do something like this forever. And now having a deadline and having to do this with friends, I finally sit down and worked on this because it actually took so much time to prepare for this video. Yeah. So this video is definitely not has an hourly pay of $5, maybe an hourly pay of $2.50, because it took a long time to search through the channel, to watch the videos, to react to them, to know what I was talking about then. And so, yeah, but that's okay. I really had fun creating this, and I hope you enjoyed watching this as much as I did working on it for you. I hope you enjoy today, and since today is Sunday, maybe you can do something today that fills your soul. I hope to see you soon, and please check out all the other creators that are participating in the 2020 Planner Advent. Hope to see you soon. Until then, bye.